Okay, welcome to Parent Communication with Google. This is Lesson 2, Accessing Data Tracker. Our lesson objectives today are to access the data tracker, number 1, and number 2, to navigate the data tracker. Okay, I'm going to start from my desktop. I'm going to use Google Chrome. When I go to Google, I have to sign in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Apps button, so the 9 little dots up top, and I'm going to go to Google Drive. Once I'm at Google Drive, I can pick which account I want to use, or I can add an account at the bottom. I'm going to log into my breedlove23 at Gmail. Once I'm in there, I'm going to see all the files that I've created, or the files that I've moved into my drive. Where you're going to want to go is to Shared with Me. And this file that I've shared with you will be there. These are all the files that have been shared with me. So I'm going to go back to my Google Drive. I'm storing the data trackers in my Woodside folder. And inside my Woodside folder is the data folder. And this page is left blank to protect the privacy of my students. So here's my example data tracker. This is last name underscore first name underscore student data tracker. And your student's data tracker will just have their last name, their first name, and then student data tracker. The very first page on all the data trackers should be a standards page. All of the essential standards that we are teaching throughout 5th grade. It's important for us to look at the grading scale that we've switched to at Woodside Elementary. We're using standards-based grading. What that is a 4-point scale. And a student is at the low end of the scale is emerging. That would be a 1, where with support they can generate a partial understanding of current grade level expectations. If they're at a 2, they're progressing, which it means that they're inconsistent in recall and or application of grade level expectations. If they're at a 3, which is where we'd love all of our students to be, it means that they are meeting grade level expectations. And if they're at a 4, they're exceeding grade level expectations. And typically with a 4, the student is performing tasks or performing skills that are above their grade level that we did not teach them specifically. So these are going to be your advanced students. Okay, if we go into the data, if we're in the data tracker, I click on the share button here. I'm going to navigate to the shared button with you. If you want to share this with other emails, you can share it with grandma, grandpa, if mom has an email, if dad has an email, step parents, if whoever you want to share it with, you can share it with them. All you have to do is type in your email address that you would like to send it to, share it to, the person who has Google Drive, and go from there. Okay, back on the standards page, just an example here for math. We see that we have NBT, this is numbers in base 10, 5, 5th grade, the 5th standard. And our standard is fluently multiply multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. If we go to our data tracker, test and quiz page, we can see I have marking period 1 and marking period 2. NBT 5.5 is located there in marking period 2. As your student has quizzes and tests, as they complete them, they will enter their grades into the copy of test and quiz, and I will verify those grades and double check, and then I will make any changes in the locked test and quiz. That's a protected sheet, and only I can edit that particular sheet. On line 47, I had all the students add this. I'm calling this a grade checker, and what this is now with our current grading system, we're using 2 formative assessments and 1 test for their overall grade. And that overall grade is going to be between 1 and 4. And what we've set up here in all your data trackers is a formula to give us the average of our 2 quizzes and our 1 test. Now you'll notice that the test is on there twice, but that's because the test is worth 50% of the grade. So we have to put the test in there twice to get our correct average. So for example, if your student got a 2 on the first quiz, a 3 on the second quiz, a 2 on the test, then they would have a 2.25 overall. You can change these numbers and see what your overall grade is going to be. Okay, on the rest of the data tracker sheet, we have the AR section, this accelerated reader. On the bottom, if we scroll back, accelerated reader, they should be students should be entering their books and the level and the point value. I've put in the ZPD, their goal, and their weekly goal, how many points you should be earning per week. Lots of math things in there. They should have lots of math assignments. They should have social studies assignments, and they should have literature assignments. There won't be any science yet because we just started that second marking period. There will be some 6-minute solution, but we're slowly adding that in. Okay, thank you for watching Parent Communication with Google. This is Lesson 2, Accessing the Data Tracker. My name again is Robert Breedlove. I teach 5th grade at Woodside Elementary in Hartford, Michigan. You can contact me anytime at breedlover@hpsmi.org or call or text the number on the screen, 269-993-4951, with any questions, concerns, or issues. Feel free to contact me anytime.